Hi everybody and welcome to another Goon Squad tutorial. My name is Zero and I'll be teaching you today. So today's tutorial is more or less a part 2 of the tutorial we did on how to import your textured Second Life avatar into Marvelous Designer. At the end of it I said I would do a furry one, so that's what this one is aimed at. Really this is for furry avatars that have a human base with furry parts on there. Not so much the full mesh furry avatars like the kimono avatar. So I don't want to waste anybody's time when you got a kimono avatar and you're watching this tutorial and you're like, damn it, I can't do that. So they actually require a different process of importing them into Marvelous Designer. I will try to make this as quickly as possible. I'll try to do this as quickly as possible, but if it becomes but it will be long. I'm not even gonna lie. This is gonna take a while. So please bear with me, and I hope that it helps you on your projects. Okay, that's my minute of jabber. So let's dive into our tutorial. We're gonna start by exporting our character's XML. Since I don't have a furry avatar, our neighbor Claire decided that she would help us out with this, and she's already given us her XML shape. If you don't know how to do that, you just tell the person, or you go yourself into develop, avatar, character tests, and then appearance to XML, and then you can use that in the avatar. If you're on Singularity, it's advanced character tests, appearance to XML. That's also off the top of my head. I wrote it down somewhere. It should probably be in a description box. Anyway, once you get your XML exported, we're going to save it to your desktop, and then we're going to save that for later. Now, here in Second Life, we have to get the furry parts that make our avatar go. As you see here, she has a flexi tail. Flexi items don't export at all. Well, don't export well, and if you do export it, it'll just be like a triangle or something like that. They don't export at all, even in OBJ format. They just don't do. So we can't take in the tail as much as I would like to, but sorry, that's just how it goes. Alright, so what we're going to do is the same thing we did in the human tutorial. We're going to select the character, and we're going to export all of her parts. Now for this one, I'm using Darkstorm. You couldn't use old school or anything else. I just happen to have Darkstorm over here for the sake of the speed, node confirmation window. Just click and export. So we're going to select all the parts that make up her head, and this is one thing I like about Darkstorm, is that it allows you to move items that don't belong to you, and they always snap back, so you can always make sure that you have everything selected. So I have her head, but I need her eyes. I actually hate this model because the eyes, you have to go inside the head to select them. See, that's the head. You can go in, and that's the eyes. Hold down Shift and select the head again. Move the face, and that's all the stuff. She doesn't have any paws, so we don't need to export that, but she does have digigrade legs, so we need to grab those as well. Still holding Shift, we click on her paws, and export them at Darkstorm, save as, Collada here, and I'm just going to create a new folder on my desktop so we can keep everything nice and neat. Desktop, if I can get in here to do it. New folder, Claire tutorial, and we're going to just save this as parts and wait for everything to save. There should be 25 textures in that folder. Actually, I'm not sure if I saved it as I saved it in the wrong format. I wanted it ping, not shape. So parts ping. Try saving it now. 25 textures. So see, Claire 25, 25. Okay, so we have all her textures. And let's go back. Here. And I want her hair just because it'd be cute. And I actually believe I forgot her ears. I don't really need her ears, but just in case you're making something like a hoodie for a friend, you kind of want to make sure their ears can get sewn in right. So I'm going to save her ears. And those are all her parts. Now, what you want to do now is grab her textures. Oops, selecting everything. You want to grab her skin textures, and just like we did with the human avatar, you're just going to right click on the person and then go to Darkstorm, add textures, and we're going to get the baked textures over here on the side. So just right click on them, copy the inventory, save as ping, put them in Claire tutorial, whatever it is. I'm just going to name it head texture so we can keep track of it later. Open up those. Upper body texture. Have an inventory, save, and lower body texture. This will help us when we're applying it in Blender so we don't have to click through everything and wonder where it goes. Okay, so that's all we need from our furry client, and we can just jump right into Blender. So back to Blender. And we start working on it. Alright, so now that we're back in Blender, we're just going to import her shape. So we're going to go to File, Import, Shape as Avatar, and we're going to set Clear, and wait for it to load in. Brace yourself for the ugly. Okay, there we go. So here's the avatar underneath the cute furry. And then we're going to start to import our parts. I'm going to click on the middle right here and go to a new layer. And we're going to go File, Import, Day, Desktop, and then we're going to find the folder I saved everything to. So Claire folder and parts ping. Not that it actually matters, but So we're going to activate our, which layer is this? First layer that has it. It's always turned wrong, so we're just gonna press R and then Y. No, R and Z. Haha, remember. And rotate it till get to the right place. I'm gonna press the G key and then move it so that the head is on properly. Maybe I need to keep rotating this a little more. So basically just putting the head on to where it is. Because we exported everything together, everything is lined up like it is in World. So we just have to put it back in the right rotation. Once you get one thing in the right position, everything else should be in the same position as well. So I think that's where she was. Maybe right there. Okie doke. So this is Claire. And we could just actually no, I have to get rid of that. That creeps the hell out of me. Hate when people ugh. There we go. Much better. And I'm gonna get rid of okay, that's her eyes. Okay, I can't get rid of that. I know she doesn't have her cheek fluff on, so I'm gonna remove that as well. And I think that's it. I think this is in the right position. No, it's going World and check, but I don't feel like it. So, what do we do now? Now we start texturing. Close this. Now we start texturing the Second Life avatar to match Claire. So we're going to create a new window. Not there. Create a new window over here and turn this window into the UV editor, like always. And we're going to select the body and create a new, go to the materials real quick and make a new material. So remove that, new material, and we're going to name this material upper body. This is, remove this, new lower body, neat, oh, T, lower body, and that up here is the head, which is still in the default material, so I guess it's okay, but we want to make it special too, so remove that, oh, tab, remove this, new window, and name it head. Okay. Now we can start adding the textures that we have. So we're going to switch over to textured mode. We're going to select the head first. Press tab to go into edit mode. Press A to select all. And we're going to open, go to clear folder. Press this so we can see everything. And we'll find our head texture. Okay. We're going to go to her body. Do the same thing. Press tab, press A, go to open, clear tutorial, this upper body, and then we're going to select the, oops, same thing with the lower, open, tutorial folder, there, and lower body. Yay, it's done. And it's in shadow right now, which I don't like, so I'm just going to find that lamp and get rid of it. Beat it lamp. And there we see, we have her body inside it. Now the head, we're going to have to do pretty much the same thing. We don't have to assign the material to because it's already assigned properly. So we're just going to press tab on here, press A, open, go to the folder. Actually, to make this a little less troublesome, I'm going to quickly save the project file inside the clear tutorial folder. That way we don't have to keep going to open it. Will open up automatically inside of our project folder. Should have did that first. Alright, so her head, I think, is this. Same thing for this, so we just, or we could have just scanned through these and done the same thing. So I'm just gonna add the texture to the muzzle until I get all of the stuff done. So I'm gonna pause it real quick so I don't make this video a million minutes long, and when I come back we should have all of this texture. While still texturing this, I come across this problem right here. When you are texturing these avatars, sometimes there's I guess, sparkle sphere over the eye. So if you were to put the eye texture over this, sometimes it'll come out like this. Don't worry, it's nothing that you did. That's just a shininess thing that this avatar has. So I'm just gonna get rid of it because we don't need it. And underneath this sphere is the actual eye, I think. So there you go. Just thought I'd put that back in there. So I'll just get rid of, whoops, let me make sure that was the right one. Yeah, that was the sparkle shiny thing of the eye. And I'm just gonna copy that. And paste it in. And then there's that. What in the blinking blue blazes is, oh, that's the head. So we'll just get rid of that later. So I guess I can keep it on. I'm almost done. Just have to retexture the ear. Remember, you just select the part, press tab, press A, then select the texture that goes onto it. And that's that. So tab A, this post through. So here we have Claire and, oh wait, forgot her paws. So where does that go? Let me try opening it and looking at the files in a bigger screen. I think it's this. So select the paws, tab A, new paste. There we go. Now, what we want to do is rig this to the parts. What we want to do is rig our furry parts to the Second Life avatar. So I'm going to hit save, because you always want to hit save before you do something that may blow up your project, that we can go back and pretend it didn't happen. And just like we did our rigging before, just going to go over here, do a little shortcut. Just like we did our rigging before, we're going to go to the layer with all the parts and press A and select everything. Hold down the shift key, select the first layer, select the loops, I believe, and then we're going to go to the Avastar panel and hit assign armature and wait for it to rig. So it may take a while, so I'm just going to pause it real quick until it's done. Okay, so it rigged. So let's test out how it moves. Hopefully nothing's stuck together. Perfect. So maybe thinking, alright, so we have the avatar in here. It's moving all fine. What are we going to do about the inside of the head and down here on the legs, you know, the alpha map, all that fun jazz? So this is what we're going to do to take care of it. We're going to start with the legs. They're right there, so why not? So we're going to select the legs and then switch over to object mode quick. Select the legs and we're going to go into sculpt mode. Bet you weren't expecting that, now were you? And we are going to, where's it go? Sculpt mode, smooth, turn the strength up, turn the radius up a little bit, and we're going to turn these legs into little notch thingies. Now I know you're thinking we could just use the knife tool or cut it away, but if you cut, if you cut Avastar while you are in the process of rigging it or something like that, it will explode. If you don't believe me, we can do an example. So I'm gonna go into edit mode real quick. Go here. See, we press this right here. Face select. Select all this, and we want to. Oops, sorry, left it. And we're gonna press P and separate by selection. That happens. So we don't want that. That's why I said we're going to sculpt mode. So back to sculpt mode, and we're gonna smooth her normally hidden human legs down to little nubs. Oh, I'm in object mode, sculpt mode. Down to little nubs, like so. So that it's hidden away at just the right place. Then we're gonna go to there and click grab. Turn the symmetry to X. So what's grabbed over here is grabbed there, and we're just gonna pull them inside her legs like so, till they're hidden away. Woo. So we're just going to press here, and just do the same thing for there, because we really don't need these. Yeah, bunny ears. And there we go. Now for the head, we do pretty much the same thing. So we're going to select the neck, go into object mode, sculpt mode. So used to see in object mode. Sculpt mode gets no love, and then press shift until we don't see the head anymore. So now we have our Claire model. Let's see what we, oops, press R. So it's like this, go to pose mode, and move it about. The feet are no longer a problem. And it's just like it would be in the world, minus the head. Whoa, what the hell happened up there? Oh, that's not good. What the hell just happened? Let's go back a few. Okay, that was weird. Okay, let's just pretend that didn't happen and everything worked out fine. Thank you. I'll control Z, making all life's mistakes vanish under the carpet. So, anyway, pretending that didn't happen, let's open her legs a bit and proceed to export her like we would a normal Marvelous Designer thing. So, legs spread a bit. We're going to select the bones and move them to a different layer so they're out of the way. We're going to press A, making sure these are all on a different material. Lower body. Oh, I forgot to assign it. Assign. Stomach, tab A. Assign. Because if we don't, Marvelous Designer will read everything wrong. So head, select that, and hit assign. Alright. I'm going to press A and select everything. And then export as Colada Day. Clear tutorial. I'm going to name this body for clothes. 9 caps. We're going to scroll down and make sure you do this step or else it'll crash your Marvelous Designer. And select open SL, open sim static, and then hit export. Now we open up Marvelous Designer, which I'm surprised I actually open new avatar. Here's hoping everything goes right. Clear and body for clothes. Hit OK and oh, I must have done something wrong. Oh, yes, I know exactly what I did wrong. You see, this was done on purpose to help teach the class. See how she is transparent like this? Well, Marvelous Designer will read any texture file with a transparency and make the whole thing transparent like this. So somewhere on her body, I'm guessing maybe the head or whatever had a transparency in it, so it made the whole thing transparent. So you just fix that by, actually I can experiment on that real quick. Export. Nope, doesn't work that way. Alright, let me change these textures, because it's this right here, this transparency and the head texture that jacked everything up. So just to be safe, I'm going to go into this folder, find the head body textures, and we're going to save them as JPEG instead of ping, which is I guess I should have done when I was exporting it. So let me open up hell, I can use paint. So you just use paint real quick. Normally I would just use Photoshop or something, but paint's on everybody's computer. Paint. And file. Save as JPEG. Yes. Save as JPEG. If anybody knows an easier way to do this, then I'll be more than happy to accept it. Okay, so now we've done that, we're just gonna tab and switch it real quick. Excuse me. Tab and open JPEG. That was her upper body, right? Upper body. Lower body. Select the head. Then head. Head texture, JPEG. Okay, so now let's try this again. Got a tab, go back into object mode, press A, file, export that body for this. Make sure the same preset for static, and then hit export. So back to Marvelous Designer. Open avatar, and the body close for that. Scale 100, and there you go. See, without the transparency, everything works perfectly fine. And now you can begin making clothes for your furry avatar. That means, digigrade pants or all that fun stuff. And then you just go about rigging it as if it was a regular Marvelous Designer avatar. So that's it for this tutorial. Sorry it went on as long as it did. I tried to speed it up, but things happen. I hope that this clarified a few things with your helped your project and made things a lot easier. Hopefully we'll see more non-full mesh furry clothes flooding the marketplace. Yeah. But until next time, people, I never know how to close these things. I'm not good at that. Well, let's try this. And that concludes today's lesson. I hope that my information helps you in your projects and that you will be able to create lots of new things that the marketplace has yet to see. If you need more help, please feel free to watch my channel and send me suggestions. And if I know how to do it, I'll make it. If I don't, I'll learn how to make it and then teach you how to do it as well. So good luck on your projects, and remember, Second Life is here to have fun. So have fun. Goodbye.